One of the most magical times of day is when the sun is starting to rise or set and it splashes the world in warm golden tones. Golden hour is an amazing time to take photos because the light is softer and more diffused. The shadows are longer and everything just seems more beautiful and more magical. We have an enchanting new design for you by Amy Mercier, which was inspired by the wonder and the awe that you feel during golden hour. I can't wait to tell you about this beautiful new design and our new yarn collection. The first thing you'll notice about this design is the gorgeous gradient. It shifts from these beautiful cool blue tones into these soft aqua shades, this lovely green, and then into this beautiful warm golden tone. It really mimics the sky as the sun dips lower and lower down behind the horizon and the light starts to filter through the trees. And if you look more closely, you're going to see these subtle textured areas which to me look like long shifting shadows on the ground. Another fun thing are these little cluster stitches. They're so fun to make and they look like little seeds scattered on the ground. You're also going to find these beautiful glass beads scattered throughout the pattern. They reflect the light and they give the design just that little bit of sparkle. I love how flowy and rhythmic the shawl is. It really catches the wind. To make this amazing design, we use 5 colors of our brand new limited edition Blossom Fingering yarn collection. This yarn base is a creamy and soft blend of bamboo, merino wool, and lyocell. It's super soft to the touch, it puddles so beautifully, and it has a subtle sheen that catches the light so nicely. We have a variety of colors inspired by blooms that you're going to find in spring and summer. All the shades are juicy and lavish, and they're all designed to go together, so you can't go wrong in choosing your colors. I would love to give away a set of the yarn used to make this shawl. So if you would like to enter, just subscribe to our YouTube channel and comment below letting me know your favorite time of day. And as always, you can download the pattern and get the yarn at expressionfiberarts.com. And while you're there, be sure to sign up for email and text updates for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. So today I would love to show you a couple of things to help you out when making this pattern. First, let's talk about the beads. In the past, I've shown you how to add beads using a tiny crochet hook as you go, but for this pattern, you're actually going to pre-string your beads onto your yarn before you work each color section. I recommend stringing more beads onto your yarn than you think you're going to need, because once you get going, you can't add more without cutting your yarn. And there are multiple ways to get the beads onto your yarn. The first option is to use a bead stringing needle, and I'm going to link below to where you can get these. For this one, you just want to open up your bead stringing needle and you're going to put your yarn right through it. Then you'll just go ahead and pull your yarn down here and you're good to use your needle to string your beads on. So it makes it nice and easy just to pop them right onto your strand. So you'll continue stringing all your beads onto your yarn, and when you have enough to remove your yarn from your needle, just pull it up to the center of your needle and go ahead and slide it out. And another option, if you don't have that bead stringing needle, is to use fingernail polish. So for this method, you're just going to grab some clear nail polish, and we're just going to paint it onto the end of our strand. It doesn't take too much, we're just trying to get it a little bit harder so that it forms a nice little needle point. So get a light coat on there, make sure it's on the tip. And then as it dries, I just like to sort of roll it between my fingers, make sure it's nice and smooth, get that point as pointy as you can. So just continue to twist it and hold that point as it dries to form a nice little needle. And then when it dries, you have a nice little point. So it really helps to get your yarn right through those beads, and you can string them on one by one. And then you'll just continue stringing as many beads as you need for your section. And I do recommend that you use glass beads or beads that are really nice and smooth, because you are going to be moving them along the strand of your yarn and you don't want to aggravate the yarn. Another thing that I would like to show you how to make is these cute little cluster stitches. So the pattern has 2 stitch clusters and 3 stitch clusters, and some have beads and some don't. You can see here I did a cluster around 3 stitches, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So when you come to the part in the pattern where you should do your cluster, you're going to start by sliding 3 stitches onto your right needle with your yarn in the back. Then you just bring your yarn to the front, and we're going to slide those 3 stitches back onto our left needle, and then we're going to wrap the yarn around and to the back again. So that's 1 wrap. We're going to do that 3 times. So slide those same 3 stitches to your right needle, bring your yarn to the front, slide those stitches back to your left needle, 1, 2, 3, wrap the yarn around the front and to the back again. So there's 2 wraps. We'll do it again a 3rd time. Slide those 3 stitches onto your right needle, bring the yarn to the front, slide them back onto your left needle, yarn wraps around to the back. And then to continue on, you just slide those again to your right needle, and you would continue with the pattern. So if you want to do a cluster where you add beads, we're going to start the same way by sliding 3 stitches onto our right needle. 1, 2, 3, bringing our yarn to the front and then sliding those 3 stitches back to the left needle, wrap around the front for wrap number 1, and then to the back. Slide those 3 stitches back to your right needle, 1, 2, 3, yarn to the front. So this is our 2nd wrap. We actually want to go ahead and bring up a couple of our beads. I'm going to pull up 2 beads, and we'll continue doing the same thing we've been doing. So pull those sort of to the front. Then we're going to slide our 3 stitches back onto our left needle. 1, 2, and 3. So this time we've got those beads wrapping around the front. And then we move our yarn to the back, slide the 3 stitches to our right needle, and we'll do 1 more wrap. So yarn to the front, stitches go back onto the left needle, yarn wraps around the front and to the back, and then to continue on, just slide them to your right needle and keep working your stitches. And you can see on this one we have our beautiful little beads. And then I wanted to show you on the back, when you come to these little clusters of stitches, you don't work them together. You want to make sure and keep those separate and work them as separate stitches. So I hope that that was helpful for you. Have a wonderful time knitting this divine shawl, and let it remind you every time you wear it that the world is full of wonder and beauty just waiting to be seen. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week with another gorgeous new design inspired by one of my favorite quotes. So I will see you then. Bye!